ticks.
You can join us on The Breakfast Show
Every weekday from Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. till 9 a.m. right here on Today FM.
That's right.
Bola, oya wasala vilawa. Dopata kia au mena viwa kina tini karona kaloko na single boni moniti kina varomboka. Kako ni valatana no musini sari na kai samariando loloma leone vani ni nau. Omgori ke de mena viwa kina tini karona kaloko na single boni moniti kina varomboka na Bula FM number 2 en sere.
Tonight, final farewell to Itavua Ratu Chalekue laid to rest. Fiji Roads Authority demands excellence from suppliers. And crime fighting successes in 2013, police look at their performance over 12 months. Good evening and welcome to FBC News. I'm Amrita Priyadarshini. A man is dead and another in custody following an accident in the Western Division this morning. The incident occurred at about 9 a.m. in Namaka, Nadi, when the deceased, a pedestrian, was struck by a vehicle driven by a security officer. The suspect took the victim to the Nadi hospital, however, it was too late. About 2 hours after the accident, the driver called Namaka police station and reported the incident. He is currently in custody as investigations continue. Tuitavua Ratuchale Waisalekue was laid to rest at the chiefly burial ground at Tavua Levu village today. The chief passed away on November 30th after a short illness and is survived by his wife Philomena Ratu, 4 children and 10 grandchildren. At a church service this morning, other high chiefs and government delegates spoke of Ratuchale's life. He was installed as the 12th Tuitavua in 2011 and had to return from the United States of America, where he had lived for almost 12 years, to take up the chiefly title. During his career, he worked for the then Air Pacific, Fiji Electricity Authority and the Fiji Sugar Corporation. Fellow chiefs described him as a humble and respected man who was always working for his people. The 70-year-old was taken on his final journey with traditional warriors and mourners lining up the path before being laid to rest. Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama led the government delegation at the funeral.
Up till his last days, Ratu was running around trying to provide a better future for his family and his beloved Vanua. After a recent trip to China, he said, "Give me 6 months." It was not to be. But Ratu was tired, Ratu was sick, and it never showed. Because he always put on a brave face and his big smile and pushed on. God decided he needed rest.
Ratu Asaili Drionaevo was traditionally installed as the new Tui Nawaka today. The new chief was appointed following the death of Ratu Manasangoro in November last year. Christopher Chand was at the installation ceremony this morning.
Over a year after the chiefly title was left vacant, Ratu Asaili was yesterday morning installed as the new Tui Nawaka.
The Tui Nawaka that has just been installed has a very huge task on his shoulders, especially when he has 12 Yavusas to look after, and we have given our faith to our new chief that he will lead us to a better tomorrow.
The 48-year-old was the next in line after his father, who was also a former Tui Nawaka, passed away. The title was later bestowed upon his uncles.
The Tui Nawaka was chosen as usual, traditionally. Even though there were some barriers, which is normal everywhere, we have managed to appoint a chief.
The installation puts an end to a year-long wait after the death of Ratu Manasangoro.
Today is historical, joyful, and we are happy. When the title of the Tui Nawaka was vacant, the Vanua was unfunctional and everything we did not go as planned. Today we are happy. We have installed a new chief. We now have the captain of our ship. Our 12 Yavusa are satisfied. We finally have someone that will make the decisions for the betterment of the Vanua.
This is the beginning of a new chapter for the village, Ratu Aseli Ndriu Naevo is the 8th Tuinawaka. He now has the responsibility of leading his people. Christopher Chand, FBC News.
There will be more pressure on industries related to road development next year to supply quality materials on time. The Fiji Roads Authority says 2013 has been a year of growth as it's worked tirelessly to meet the demands. However, the FRA has warned it will not compromise its standards due to the quality of materials supplied at any stage. Ritika Pratap reports.
The industry forum, attended by stakeholders involved with the road development programs throughout the country, gave them opportunities to raise their concerns. Basic Industries Limited, which is one of the biggest material suppliers, raised the problems it faces during the forum, requesting FRA engineers to relook at its designs.
Could design it in such a way that we could use the same molds that we've been using in the past, but do a little modification so the cost is cheaper, the time to change the mold is faster, and of course then we can deliver within the time required.
Vola Vola added it takes time to negotiate with the landowners and set up quarries in remote areas, and that is why the quality is sometimes inferior.
On some of these sites we'll never be able to get the quality required, so maybe we get the genius of the designers to design something that they can work with local materials and maybe put in a design that works.
The FRA is working with the Commissioner's office to iron out issues with landowners, while other contractors are relooking at resources on site that suit their development works. However, the authority maintains it will not compromise with the quality at the taxpayers' expense.
No apologies that on behalf of the FRA we will be pushing for very durable products. A lot of the bridges and jetties are only achieving 20 to 40 year life here in Fiji, and that's unacceptable.
Companies have already paid the penalty by providing inferior quality materials.
The material that hasn't met the specification we have rejected, and some of the material that's been placed on the ground that can't be removed we haven't paid for.
Early next year, 7 crossings worth $12 million will be tendered. The contract to expand the Kings Road in Nasinu to 4 lanes will also be tendered in February or March next year. The tender is worth $23 million. Ritika Pratap, FBC News.
The Fiji Police Force has described 2013 as a big year in dealing with serious crimes. However, the force remains challenged by disciplinary issues and ensuring the health of its personnel.
According to the Fiji Police Force, they accomplished key targeted areas this year.
Especially on the offences against the crimes against women and children, sexual offences, and areas where we have a lot of aggravated robbery, planned robbery.
However, ACP Rosati Tunrabu says there was an increase in thefts and other minor offences.
They were increased when we were concentrating on the serious offences that have been occurring throughout the nation.
With regards to discipline, the head of operations says there needs to be more effort put in by the men and women in the force. This is expected to be spearheaded by the Discipline Ethical Standard Division.
I can confirm that we did not achieve a lot on that, even though there's a decrease on complaints that were directed against police officers.
Meanwhile, Tunrabu says the mortality rate within the force has decreased significantly this year after the introduction of a fitness program. Mikalonga, FBC News.
After the break, Sangam nursing graduates told to strive for excellence.
जहाँ हो प्यार का बसेरा और रिश्तों की खुशबू, वो है आपका अपना घर संसार. Join me on Ghar Sansar, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. only on Radio Fiji 2.
Hope you're enjoying the music right now on Gold FM. Only the classic hits, especially if you're spending your time at home or around the office. I certainly hope you're taking it easy and enjoying the music coming your way. Well, I got a whole lot more to keep you moving and to keep you going right up until you reach knock-off time. I'm Kara. Join me every weekday from 2 to 7 on The Ride, only on Gold FM.
Welcome back. You're with FBC News. People living along Grantham Road in Suva will continue to face water supply disruptions until tomorrow afternoon. The Water Authority confirms its engineers are working on a burst main in the area and will be done by tomorrow afternoon. The disruptions will occur from Rewasa along Grantham Road to Lodhala Bay. Water supply has been restored to Upper Turak, Waimanu Road, Raujibai Patel Street and Robertson Road in Suva. The National Fire Authority is concerned with the increase in structural fires this year. As of this month, there have been 109 fires recorded by the authority compared to 95 for the same period last year. Vusita Kotoiwasawasa reports.
The increase in fires, according to the NFA, shows a lack of knowledge and initiative by Fijians to safeguard their homes and property. Chief Fire Officer Gionilau Modeitai says the NFA will have to go the extra mile to drive home the message that there is no room for complacency.
In recent increase in fires, we are working very hard in our awareness, and the right message that has to be given to the public so that they are aware of their role in trying to prevent fire from happening.
Modeitai says they will also have to gauge their response time in cases of emergency.
We also preparing ourselves in terms of our response. So response will actually happen when the fire had happened. And for the fire to happen, it's the individual's responsibility. And that's the message that we are trying to send over to the people.
While assuming the lead role as NFA's Chief Fire Officer, Modeitai says apart from reducing the number of fires in the country, the review of their legislation is another huge task.
In terms of improving capabilities and also upskilling of our staff, operation staff, in all areas of our emergency response. Firefighting and also the rescue and other areas that we are doing at the moment.
With 25 years experiencing fighting fires, Modeitai was confirmed as the Chief Fire Officer yesterday. Vasita Kotiwasawasa, FBC News.
Investigation is underway into a late-night fire that destroyed a restaurant cafe at Union Plaza on Thompson Street Thursday. The blaze is believed to have started inside the premises and caused extensive damage. The NFA says it's too early to determine a cause.
At the moment, we are still doing our investigation, and we haven't completed the investigation. Once we complete the investigation, we'll be able to release the information to the media.
Investigation also continues in another incident where a 62-year-old self-employed man of Vaivai Lotoka lost his 5-bedroom house in an early morning fire yesterday. 65 student nurses have graduated with a Diploma in Nursing certificate from the Lambasa Sangam College of Nursing. For them, it was just a reward for years' hard work. Shireen Lata reports.
Speaking at the graduation ceremony, the Indian High Commissioner congratulated the graduates who will soon enter the workforce.
I take this opportunity to congratulate, offer my felicitations to all the students who are graduating today and my best wishes to them for their future careers and for their life from this point onward.
Kumar also reminded them of the challenges ahead. He says services of nurses are recognized across the world and they often have to work in difficult situations. They provide health care in times of conflict and disasters, and their work is demanding.
Nursing is indeed a noble profession. It has worldwide recognition and is considered an important service to humanity.
With the good relations between Fiji and India, the High Commissioner has encouraged these young nurses to consider further training at the Sahyadri Hospital in Pune, India. 10 local medical personnel, including nurses, recently went through this training.
The Sangam College of Nursing in that sense, is providing a much needed service to society by providing education in the healthcare sector. India and Fiji have very close relations, and these have strengthened further in recent years. We are also working closely in the area of health.
These nurses will be absorbed into the Ministry of Health and stationed in various locations around Fiji. Sharin Lata, FBC News.
Natural Fiji Manufacturers of Coconut-Based Products held its annual Directors Awards last night, recognizing staff who've helped in the success of the company. Sharin Lata reports.
These individuals were chosen for their excellent performance in the growth of the business.
Approximately 15 staff. They all are locals. Majority of them are Fijians. They are very loyal staff, and my heart and soul is with them, and so is theirs.
Established in 2009, Natural Fiji used to be a small business based in Watuanga. Today, the company has distributors in USA, New Zealand, Australia, and are in the process of establishing a distributor in Japan and Korea.
We currently have about 9 products. We have got body bars, body butters, and body oils and body lotions. We have expanded our range. It has taken me at least 5 years to establish an R&D center in Brisbane. We have now got 6 new products that is going to be launched in January, which is a facial range of products and body products as well. So we, in total, probably will have about 15 to 20 products in January.
Reddy hopes to expand her business in Fiji. She says the company has acquired a commercial property and work on a new factory will begin early next year. The factory will be based in Laudala Beach, Suva.
We are looking at a showroom with a spa and probably international standard factory built, both getting an organic side of the factory and also getting the natural side of it.
The company, which makes oils, lotions, soap and other beauty products, has won many international awards over the years. Sharin Lata, FBC News.
Coming up in sports, local rugby unions want Frank Boyver back in the FRU.
Nimbula medango nimilote na isorotumboa na makia uminarua kinaona na vekavi moniti kina vakarombuka rongo mena vya sama kina vibaga barota kini ndreko malolo ena radio Fiji 1 na wongani vya niano ngai na makia kina.
नमस्ते दोस्तों, मिर्ची रफ्तार से मैं अश्निल सिंह। शामिल हो जाइए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे फ्रॉम 3 to 7 p.m.
Leading FBC Sports tonight, the Nandronga and Naitasiri Rugby Unions want former Fiji Rugby Union coaching director Frank Boyver back in office. A week after the FRU's decision to terminate his contract, claims are now being made he may have been wrongfully dismissed. Elena McDonald reports.
Upon showing another official the exit door at Rugby House last week, a press release was sent out stating the reason for Frank Boyver's contract termination with FRU.
Till we got that letter from the immigration, they must have done their own investigation, and they inform us that of Frank's case. And based on that, as I said, we had to take a decision, because otherwise FRU can be drawn unnecessarily to court for breaching a national requirement.
Boyver has recently been given huge support from the Nandronga Rugby Union, which has benefited from his work in rugby with them. Based on proof shown, some will even lobby for his return as soon as the special general meeting takes place.
We feel for the treatment that was done to him, we were able to see that the validity of his participation after he came and showed us the papers from the FTIB. the permit that he was given, and all the activities that he is allowed to do in the country. And putting that together with the basis of the termination from Fiji Rugby Union is something that we feel that it's not how we should treat Frank, who is a foreigner and who's been part of us and who has contributed a lot to the development of this game here in this country.
The situation now, if Boiver's documents are in order proving that he is legally able to work in Fiji, it has yet to be presented to the FRU board. What eventuates from that remains to be seen. Elena McDonald, FBC Sports.
It's that time when national sporting federations reflect on the year that was and reward their players for outstanding performances throughout the season. For the FBC Suva Volleyball Association, last night's Sports Awards at Khatri Hall did just that. It's been a good year for Suva and a busy one. With 2014 approaching, they have big plans to keep the momentum going. Elena McDonald reports.
The FBC Suva Volleyball Association has always strived to maintain their status as a powerhouse in the sport. Looking back at 2013, they've definitely reaped the rewards of the hard work that they've sown.
We retained the 3 titles for the women's competition. We had 4 outreach programs that's around to our affiliates, and moreover, we revived Sabu Sabu Association.
It has also been the reason for their dominance at national level.
In mini games, there were 70% of the team that went to mini games for the women was from the association, and representing the men's beach volleyball, they were both from Suva, representing Fiji in the mini games.
While top awards were presented, the buck doesn't stop here for Suva.
We've got other new clubs that are coming. Right now, Suva has about 50% of secondary school students. So we need to go to these clubs, train them, get them developed, and we've got players that have left Suva, that have just retired from Suva, and we need to get this development going on just to keep Suva as one of the powerhouses of volleyball in Fiji.
2014 is just around the corner, and while it's parties and cheers for now, it'll soon be full steam ahead when this lot returns to the courts. Elena McDonald, FBC Sports.
Bars 4R Electrical Football Club and Navua's league outfit are the first 2 teams to qualify for tomorrow's Chris Science National Club Championship at Prince Charles Park in Nadi. Undefeated so far, 4R Electrical today defeated North Pole 5-0, while League secured their semis berth after upsetting Lautoka 3-1. Now, Pool 1's top 2 is yet to be decided once games are completed tonight. In other results so far, Suva Civic beat Nadi's Blues 2-1, while United won from Rewa beat Combine of Navua 2-1. The final will be played tomorrow. Except for Savu Savu and Lambasa, it has been a day of mixed weather across the nation, with periods of sunshine, cloudy skies and scattered showers. The 2 communities that experienced only sunshine also had the high temperatures of the day, 33 in Lambasa and 31 in Savu Savu. Tomorrow's forecast is for a day much like today, with generally clear skies in the north and cloud and showers on tape for Viti Levu. The further outlook is for more of the same, with easterly winds and moderate seas. The headlines tonight: a man is dead after being hit by a vehicle in Namaka Nadi this morning. Tuitavua Ratu Chalekue has been laid to rest today. And the Fiji Roads Authority wants suppliers to deliver the best quality materials. This week's poll question: is the festive season heavily commercialized? To answer, visit our FBC website. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email, citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj, or share it with us via our Facebook page, FBC News, or if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your stories at FBC News or simply hashtag FBC News. That's news for today. I will be back tomorrow. Good night.
Isambolo binaka. Nadango wadi soni dalai. Nama kio mani wasini ngono borota kina lali ne kabi. Maina tolu kina bitu. Ena moni tingina por rombuka. Ena mbula FM. Na bandu ena serre.
How would you like to spend your morning? You could spend your morning like this. Or you could spend it like this.
Tune in to the Morning Ride every weekday morning from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. right here on Today FM, Today's Hit Music.